Okay, so does your dog hate getting their nails clipped? Let me show you how I safely handle a difficult nail trim, plus a few grooming tips along the way.
For those who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Jenn, professional dog groomer since 2010.
Little one doesn't really like me touching his feet, so I'm gonna have to go around the other side. Give me a second. And usually when dogs don't let me clip their feet or toenails, I'll usually set them on the groomer's helper. That is this little contraption here. What the groomer's helper is just an extra, it's just extra help. You just, instead of having this little lead on, I put this lead and it is tied to, obviously it's too high right here. It's tied to my pole here, so the dog can't turn their head to bite me, or to actually, they could even get hurt with either the scissors or clipper when they try to turn around. But the thing is when I put him on there, he won't let me. He just freaks out too much and I don't want him to get hurt. So I have no choice but to try to get this done. And you're gonna see him squirming a lot. Okay, honey, you're all good. You gotta really hold the leg. Now what I'm doing is I'm locking that knee right here because I don't want him pulling. Guys, I'm just letting you know that you can become a member if ever you enjoy full grooms. See you there. See, as he's being calm at the moment, taking advantage of that. So with these pups, you do what you can. You always need to wait for them to calm down. See, he's pulling and pulling. It's okay, honey. You're okay. See, I'm just holding his paw up. See how I'm holding it? I got my hand like this, and I'm holding that other leg here. I'm keeping his back end straight. So his paw, he can't pull his paw back. So I'm just gonna come in lightly. It's just a tickle. No. Wait till he calms down, turn his head. No. To wait for them to calm down. Sometimes they don't calm down. See? As soon as you're done, you gotta be out of there. I'm done, okay? Give him a pat. It's okay. It's okay. So he's nervous and stressed out about this. I'm gonna try again here on this paw here. Okay, so he wants to turn that way. He can always bite me, but I'm still gonna give it a try. He's licking, asking me to let go. When they lick like that, they're just asking me to let go. Lightly. You kind of have to work with the dog also. You know what the dog wants, if it's better for them, if they feel more comfortable facing you. You got to go with the feel. So I have this other foot to do. It's okay. Henry, you're all good. You're okay. You're okay. You wait. You wait. See, I'm just holding him lightly. He won't like when I cut his toenails, that's for sure. He'll fight me more on that. But yeah, you do what you can with these situations. So I'm using a 30 blade for this, guys. 30 blade. Okay, if you're not used to the 30 blade, maybe it's best that you use a 10 blade to get used to it, especially if they're squirming around like that. So now I'm going to clip his nails. Obviously, he's not going to like this, so you're going to see how he reacts. I'm just standing at the edge of the table here. He's tied, okay, so that he doesn't, I'm holding him at the edge of the table because I don't want him to turn towards me. So I might have to readjust how I hold his foot. So that's it. He wants to be turned like that. Just going to hold his toe like this. See how I have my finger behind that curvature here? I'm trying to grab hold of this, the whole, bottom part of his foot, so I can have control. So I'm at the table, my arm's at the table here. I'm leaning into it, and I'm just going to give it a snip or two. Going in slowly, looking to reveal that little black dot that's there. Same thing with this toenail. There's a little black dot there, but I think I can go a little further. There's the black dot. Next one. See how I'm not moving my arm? I'm just holding. I don't want him to feel that I'm moving him around too much. If I were to move my arm and reposition myself, he'd probably start fighting me again. So I'm just holding this down a little at a time. All right. Okay. So since usually I'd do the other foot, but right now he's still leaning on that side, so I'm just going to grab this foot here. Okay? You going to bite me? No bites, huh? No. 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 I tell him no, I tap on his little nose. No. No bites. No. He's nibbling. He's nibbling because he wants me to let go. You want to stand? Sometimes they want to stand. Those toenails are way too long, honey. Way too long. That vein is right there. Yeah, one more to go. Holding you solidly here. I'd love to get in a little shorter. No, honey. No. Okay. Okay. Do your thumb. Can I do your thumb? Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Thumb. Show me your thumb. Just going to push that little thumb forward like this. See how I'm doing that? They're not always easy to do, these thumbs. So I just like to hold the paw towards me, push that thumb forward, and I just want to clip off. Just want to clip off the hook. Okay? Now for this side, I like to do it this way. I'm going to pull. No. No. Wait a minute. He's so slippery. He's so slippy. There. Now I can see that thumb. And I like to use little baby nippers here. Kitty nippers, baby nippers. What am I talking about? Look at that tongue going. You look just like my little Jace. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I can't go any further than that. I'd love to go further, but I can't. See, that black dot is right there. One more. There. We did what we could. Did I do that other back foot here? No, I didn't. Can we turn a little? Let's try this way. See what he says. Whenever you're holding the dog's leg, when you're pulling, like holding the leg back, try not to pull up too high because some dogs have this little pop that happens in the little knee here. And you don't want that to happen because you could, then they could be limping afterwards because the knee is out of its socket. So you don't want to be pulling. And if they're fighting too much, try another position. Like, see, I know he's pulling and I don't want that little knee to pop. So I'm holding that foot. I'm holding the bottom foot here. Okay? From one dog to another, it's different. No, it's okay. There. And one here. You gotta hold that toe. And then you got one more here. We're almost done, honey. Oh, that thing is in the way. By the way, I'm gonna tell you about that thing. Okay, see this thing here? Please do not use this. What this is for, this is what they made it for, is when you put the nail through this, that's a stopper. So then you would cut. So this is supposed to be a stopper. Then you would cut. Well, that's what I've been told. I don't see any other use for it. But anyhow, if that toenail is a little too short, and you go in that deep, you're gonna cut the dog for sure. So I just set this aside. I do not use this. So It's up to you if you want to use it, but I'd suggest you not try it out. So I'm using a 6mm on this little boy today. This is the Andis, the purple Andis number 4, and that would be 1/4 of an inch. So here we go. We're going to cut a little bit. There you go. Good boy. You always want to do really slow strokes. You don't want to go too fast. Now, if this boy, see, I'm doing it just the same. I'm doing the crisscross pattern here. I'm doing an X just because it blends in nicely, especially when the dogs have one of those drop coats. And yeah, it just makes it look a lot better. It blends in nice and easy that way. So we're going to do the back end. You know, when you start off, when you start grooming, it's always best to always do the same sequence, right? Because you'll feel that your grooms get faster and faster. When you're doing it regularly and you just do the same thing one after the other, the same things, it just feels faster. It doesn't mean you're working faster, it just means you're working a little more efficiently. And efficiency is definitely something you want when you're working. And it helps, even the dogs can sense, they know, they get used to your patterns, right? So they know when you're almost done. They can feel it, they can sense that. Start getting a little excited and, are you almost done? So I'm gonna finish this off and we're gonna get right into the scissoring. Yeah, you're such a shaker. All right, so as you've seen, I clipped all the way down here, all the way to here. My clipper won't, can't really go much further because the teeth, the comb just hits the table. So I'm just gonna snip whatever the clipper didn't take off. I could have easily just grabbed the clipper, lift his leg and done that, but I know I'm coming in with scissors anyway, so that's what I do. So with my curves here, I'm just gonna come in and holding the dog's leg, locking that knee, not too tight. You're not hurting. The dog needs to be comfortable. You need to feel that your pup is comfortable and is not struggling, okay? You don't want to fight here. You don't, because you don't want to, these little knees, like I said a while ago, they can pop easily because, from one dog to another, some are worse off than others, and some have to have a little operation for that. And yeah, so you don't necessarily want to put your dog on the ground and your dog's limping because you set the knee out of its socket because you were holding on too tight. So you gotta feel that. You gotta be careful. All right, let's do the inside of the leg here. Just gonna hold that paw and bring everything to one side, like that. And we're just gonna make a nice straight line all the way into the chest area. And I'm looking underneath here also to see if there's anything underneath here that's, hanging out. Do the same thing again, bring everything to one side. I'm kind of turning his paw, going from the tip of his toe and trying to make a nice straight line. You're gonna want to do the same thing on this side. Bring everything straight down. Like that. Usually I'll fluff everything up, holding the little pad here, fluff, fluff. Let's see what's happening here. There, I'm just going all around like that. You can see I have nice little paws like that. Never forget this part here. There's always this part hanging after, so you go from the where you left off with your clipper, going down into the leg like that. See? Hang on. See? You're doing such a good job. Can I get you're doing a good job for this little pup? Wait, hang on. Henry. I need a little comment saying, good job, Henry. So when I'm going to do this side here, I'm just going to hold his paw because here there's this little, see, there's this little toe here. I'm going to put my finger on that toe. I don't want to cut that toe. So I just keep my finger there and then I'll cut. I'm just going to cut a straight line. Straight as I can. Put the foot down, turn him around, stand him up. See how I'm holding him up at his jawline here? Fluff everything up. I'm going to stand for this. And I'm going straight down to the table. Once again, I'm going to have to fix this here, the sides. Okay, so we got one side pretty much done. Let's do the inside here. See, I'm holding his head. See, his head can't come down this way. This is how I do it. Going straight from the paw to the chest. Always being careful. He's got his little dew claw there. Fluff everything up again. Holding the paw pad. Straight across like this. And then we're going to do the other side like that too. There. That should be good. And again, once again, you don't forget this part here on the inside, like that. There you go. Not too shabby, not too shabby. You can finish this off also with your thinners. See, I have these thinners here, blenders actually. And if you find it's a little too choppy, you can get in there with your blenders. Finish that off lightly. Okay, it's not too shabby. I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And you're invited to become a member to watch my full grooming sessions. And if you feel up to it, you can watch the next video in my up next videos right here. Till then, guys, bye for now. Bye.